Eastern Africa has experienced heavy rain in recent weeks with flooding in Kenya, Tanzania and Burundi. About 100,000 people have been displaced or otherwise affected in each country, with reported deaths in these countries rising significantly alongside damage to farmland and infrastructure. There are also fears that large areas of standing water could give rise to outbreaks of waterborne diseases. Here's a report.
Tonight, devastation in East Africa. Weeks of heavy rains triggering massive flooding across the region, leaving dozens dead and thousands displaced. In Kenya, rescue workers in life jackets wading through the streets, pulling residents to safety. Cars and trucks left abandoned in the deluge. Drone images capturing the extent of the destruction in Tanzania. Entire neighborhoods submerged. This resident saying, we're at a loss for where to begin. We lack both food to feed our children and clothes to wear. We desperately need assistance. Earlier this month, more than 50 people trapped on a bus caught in the floodwaters, pulling themselves along a wire to escape. This woman had her leg amputated after it was injured in floods back in 2019. I am lame, she says. I cannot even get out of these floodwaters after it filled my house. My house is still submerged in water. The floods disrupting the agriculture industry, critical to the region's economy.
Farmlands have been submerged. And we are also talking about high rates of wildlife animal conflict. Here we are talking about hippopotamus that are marauding within the community, scavenging for pasture because their grazing lands have been submerged.
Experts say climate change contributed to the extreme flooding.
Burundi is just another example of extreme rainfall, and some of this is due to climate change. Would they've had this flooding anyways? Likely, but climate change made it worse. And we could expect up to 4 inches of rain more in this area in the next couple of days. So with the extreme rainfall rates around the globe, the climate connection, warmer air can hold more water, and extreme rain rates, that also reduces the time for people to react to flash flooding.
The government of Burundi now calling on the international community for help.
We hope that the government will take precautions to help our people. Our people are suffering. And if you tell them to take their things and go, where are they going?
A flooding disaster that has already impacted tens of thousands, and many fear the worst is yet to come. Tom, meteorologists in Kenya say the rainfall there is expected to peak this week. And if the flooding wasn't bad enough, now there's concern that among the death and destruction, outbreaks of disease could soon set in, triggering even more deaths.
43 people are now known to have died from December floods in KwaZulu-Natal. Officials have confirmed the discovery of 3 more bodies suspected to be of those who were reported missing on New Year's Eve. They were trapped in the wreckage of a washed-away car that was stuck under the bridge on the N11 in Ladysmith. Disaster teams still have their hands full in parts of that province as heavy rain continues to wreak havoc. Communities are being urged to remain on high alert. Let's get you more on this now.
Breaking news overnight from the North African country of Libya, which may be dealing with an unthinkable loss of life. The Red Cross now says around 10,000 people are missing there after a powerful storm caused 2 dams to collapse, sweeping away entire neighborhoods of the country's Mediterranean coast. Searchers have yet to make their way to some hard-hit areas. This is the same storm system that caused devastating floodings in Greece last week.
Large parts of the Western Cape suffered severe damage over the long weekend as widespread flooding, landslides and rockfalls forced the closure of all major roads leading into Cape Town. Heavy rainfall on Sunday and Monday forced several rivers to break their banks, destroying infrastructure, causing electricity outages and flooding homes and farmland in Greater Cape Town and the Overberg, Overstrand and Winnelands regions. As downpours continued late on Monday, provincial authorities and disaster management were reacting to emergency situations as they arose and said assessments of the extent of the damage would be carried out, when it is safe to do so. Over a 24-hour period between Sunday and Monday, Parts of the Overberg region received up to 170 millimeters of rain. Stellenbosch in the Winnelands district recorded 133 millimeters, and 92 millimeters of precipitation was recorded at the Royal Yacht Club in Cape Town. On Sunday, the Western Cape government activated the Provincial Disaster Management Centre after an update from the SA Weather Service confirmed that the approaching storm would be more severe than had previously been communicated. The Weather Service upgraded its warning from level 6 to an orange level 9, warning of disruptive rain and gale force winds, the highest the province has yet seen. A status orange warning is given before expected weather conditions that could significantly affect people, property and activity in an area. The highest warning level used by the Weather Service is 10.